Hey everyone, Cool No Manga here. Today, reviewing Hunter x Hunter's special chapter of Kurapika, and let me just start out by saying, for the first week back in for the first week that Hunter x Hunter uh, has been published in Shonen Jump since the spring, and it was pretty good. The backstory on Kurapika was pretty solid. Next week well, not next week, but on the 28th, it's gonna be pretty dope to see the conclusion to this little special. Uh, because yeah, we basically know that something's gonna happen that's going to reveal the Kurapika clan to the outside world, basically. Um, Obviously, it's gonna happen when Kurapika and the Payro are going to the village that they're going to. But overall, this week was a great. It was great. It was a nice little refreshing look back to Hunter x Hunter, because we ended Hunter x Hunter in spring with Kurapika, and you see him staring over at a shelf with 10 I believe it was 10 sets of eyes. And so yeah, Kurapika's been doing he's been doing some work. He's been putting some work in. Okay? Well, Gon and Kahlua were going and fighting the ants. Kurapika was doing some shit, yo. Well, Gon and Kahlua were in Greed Island and fighting the ants, man. Kurapika has been doing some shit. Okay? Like 10 eyes. 10 sets. From 0 to 10. Like, damn. Alright, so, yeah. This chapter was great. This special was great, We end it with Kurapika. We start back off with the backstory of Kurapika. Like, that was good. That was great. Togashi killing it right now. 32 pages. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hopefully he can come back and start putting out chapters on a weekly basis again. That'd be awesome. But until then, we got these two specials and the movie to look forward to next year. So let's get into a chapter review. So the chapter starts out with an argument between the Kurapika clan elder and Kurapika, because Kurapika wants to visit the outside world. And the elder explains about the rule that, you can't. It's a rule. And after a little bit of an argument, Kurapika runs out, goes to a little stream, and where his friend is at, Payro, and he sits down, and his eyes are red, because he's mad that he's not able to go to the real world because of what he thinks are just like old stories, stories from over 100 years ago. Basically, the elders are, holy shit. 1 minute, I gotta. This is intense. 1 minute, this is sick. Look at this beast right there. Just killing it. Anyways, yeah. So, Kurapika's eyes are red, and he's mad that he can't go to the real world, that he can't even step foot in the outside of the forest, because if you do, without passing this test, the punishment. Once you come back, you'll receive punishment, and if you don't come back, your family will receive the punishment instead. So Kurapika doesn't really want to like burden his family with that. You know, he thinks it's just a ridiculous rule that they can't go to the outside. And we find out that Peiro's legs and eyes aren't as strong as the rest of the clan members. Which we find out a bit later is because Kurapika ended up causing him a very bad injury when he was younger, and it's slowly taking his eyesight, and his muscles in his legs are deteriorating apparently. So we go on to like a little thing where Kurapika's saying, you know, I could bear not being going to the real world until 1 year ago, when we met Sheila or something like that. I think it's Shelia or Sheila. Either Shelia or Sheila, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Sheila. And she's just this random girl that was in the forest, collapsed because of dehydration, and Peiro and Kurapika, they save her. They can't understand her because they don't know the language she speaks, because they speak their own language in the Kurda forest city thing, or town. Like, it's a weird, because they move around and stuff. They're like a nomadic tribe. So they can't really understand her, but they understand that they end up understanding that she needs water. So they get her some water, and they find out that she wants to, like, using dictionary and shit, that they sneak away from, like, their elders. They end up finding out what she's talking about, you know. They end up communicating with her, and they slowly grow to be friends with her, like, while she's getting better. They find out that she wants to be a hunter, and in thanks for saving her life, she gives them a book. They read the book and whatnot, and they love it. It's just like it brings back the emotions that they feel when they think about going to the outside world. So they love the book. It's basically one of their treasures. And when she leaves a letter saying that, you know, she's very grateful to them for saving her life, and she's going to hopefully become a hunter by the next time that they meet. And they say that they hid the book in, like, a secret place. And in the next few panels, we see Kurapika running into the elders' tent or hut thing. And, you know, Kurapika's mad. He's asking, where did you hide the book? Because apparently the elder found the book, and he hid it. And Kurapika finds out that he read the book, and he asks, oh, what'd you think about it? As if, like, it was his own book that he had wrote, asking another person's opinion on it. And the elder just says, oh, it was a very good book, you know. It was it was a tale of bravery and passion and whatnot. And then he states that it was a lie. Okay? The outside world is not like this. It's a fairy tale. And Kurapika's like, oh, the outside world has changed since you knew it, blah, blah, blah. All those deaths were 100 years ago and not. And we see Kurapika and find Kurapika saying that I want to take the test to go to the real world. Because in order to go to the real world, a Kurdish clan member has to pass some sort of, not some sort of test, but a test that involves three different subjects to be fulfilled, or three different requirements to be fulfilled. First, you need to know the language. Second, you need to know the general knowledge, And third, you need to contain your eyes uh, and make sure that they don't turn red. Uh, and I'll get into that later. So Kurapika ends up studying for a few days and goes to the test, and the first test is the language score, the language test, and he scores 100, and they state that you need 90 to pass. So Kurapika passes with a score of 100, and we go into the general knowledge test, and it's like, where is this, where is that, what is this, and Kurapika passes. And then the third test, and the elder states that in order to pass the third test, you must show restraint. And in order to show restraint, you must take these eye drops that affect Kurapika's eyes by keeping their scarlet eyes scarlet if they change to scarlet. Like, so if a Kurapika member gets excited with these eye drops in, their eyes won't turn back to normal for 24 whole hours. Or 24 hours, until 24 hours after they administered the drops. So they end up, damn, that motherfucker is moving. Yo, check this out, guys. Damn, like, this fucker is moving. It's already on the other wall, man. Like, damn. I don't kill spiders in my room because, like, if there's any other, like, bugs that come in through the windows, like, it's been a pretty warm summer, so, and fall in my area, so, like, bugs come into the windows sometimes. So, I keep the spiders around. They kill off all the other little pieces of shit that I don't like. So, in my opinion, spiders are pretty good. But anyways, get back to the review. So Kurapika says, yes, I'll take the test. And they say, okay, in order to take the test, you must go to the village and go to the outside world, to a village to get supplies. And you must come back without your eyes being red. And, of course, if your eyes turn red even once, you will fail. Because they will know that your eyes are still red when you come back. So Kurapika says, okay, yes, I'll do it, and they tell him to pick a partner. He picks his friend Pero, of course, because he couldn't do it without him. It wouldn't be fun or important without Pero. So they end up going, and Pero's about to get the eye drops, and he ends up dropping them. Okay, and he ends up going looking for them. And this leads to later whenever Kurapika says that his eyes are getting even worse. So, like, his eyesight is getting worse and worse by the day. But they end up going and they get on some horses. No, not horses, but like weird chocobo things. They get on some chocobo type things. And, they're all ready to go. The elder says, hey, don't get excited, you must, remember, if you get excited, if either of you gets excited even once, you'll fail the test. So they get going, and they decide to take turns sleeping. So Pero sleeps first, and Kurapika is thinking to himself, and he's like, the reason why I want to get to the real world so bad is because I want to find a doctor that can help Pero, because, of course, when they were younger, Kurapika was stuck on a cliff, and in order to save him, Pero sacrificed himself, and he severely injured himself, probably in his spine, like the back of the neck, because that would actually make sense, that his legs would become, they wouldn't be able to get the shock waves from the brain, or the electrical signals from the brain wouldn't be going to the legs as fast or as accurately, and thus they'd be weaker. His eyesight would be going, because of the occipital lobe, which is located at the top of the neck, at the top of the neck, base of the head, like, So, of course, he probably injured there, and Kurapika wants to find a doctor in the real world that will help Pero. And that's the main reason that Kurapika wants to pass the test. And the chapter ends promising that on the 28th there will be 34 pages, and we will find out what happens on the streets of the city. Now, at the beginning of this chapter, the 4 first pages of color, we see the number 4, the X number 4 spider. And I just want to say that he looks motherfucking dope. Like, he looks dope as hell. And speaking of spider, he looks like he's making himself a home up on my, up there on the little board I got, a little banner for, like, the Senators, because I'm a Senators fan, what up? Anyways, so yeah, overall the chapter was a great chapter. It was a nice little refreshing comeback, like, to the Hunter x Hunter manga. So, I'll see you tomorrow for the 3 big chapter reviews, because I am going to review Naruto. So, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, tomorrow, Wednesday. Cool No Manga, peace out. Rate, comment, subscribe, you know the drill.